Since there are very few areas where legacy CommScope and legacy ARRIS overlap, the opportunities that we have in investing R&D is really having the software and hardware, the electronics and mechanics, work tighter together to create a more elegant, more cost-effective, and better solution for our end customers. So I see this in a number of areas. First, bringing wireless, licensed and unlicensed together for a complete system that services both halves of the equation and actually delivers a greater value to our end customers. A second way would be to integrate in more of the backhaul network with the front haul network, or the wireless edge network with the access layer network in the form of a low latency access layer network, along with some of our technology for front haul or base stations. I think these are a couple of the areas where we'll really work closer together and more effectively use our R&D dollars to solve the problems that customers have. So innovation has historically been at CommScope primarily in the passive network where CommScope has played. We innovate in a variety of different ways in making our products more efficient to making them more effective or improving their specifications. But this really had very little to do with software, or only a little to do with electronics. What I see in the next years is really a full system innovation. Full ways of taking the entire equation and being able to work different parts of the system to improve the overall impact. So we have a lot of interfaces between the mechanics and the electronics, between the electronics and the software, and then overriding the system, the control of everything. And I see us having an opportunity to start at the very, very base of this and build up to solve problems in a holistic manner where we may only have in the past been able to work in one small area. Well, we operate in the core, the access, and the edge, and we certainly see changes that are going on in all of this. At the core, we're seeing the data center change architecture from on-prem to hyperscale data centers, and we're seeing the speeds of these data centers increase. And so our architecture for fiber routing and for how you build out these data centers is really changing. In the access layer, we're moving fiber more deeply, and with this, we're moving from an architecture of analog transmission in the MSO markets to one of remote PHY and a more digital opportunity, and eventually to drive these markets toward an all IP access that might take fiber all the way to the home. And of course, this change in architecture where you're moving things more centrally in some instances and pushing things out toward the edge is going on in the wireless portion of the network as well, with front haul and virtualization in the core, and then the use of remote radio heads in the access layer. So I see an opportunity for all of us to ensure that this migration happens in a more seamless fashion. Well, I'm not sure it will happen this year, but within the next year, 18 months, I believe we're going to find some new applications that are going to drive very low latency, and they're really going to fundamentally change how our networks need to operate. I think latency really is the key, along with efficiency, to the 2020s and beyond.